Welcome back. Well, our first guest today is all about the paranormal and goes places few others will ever dare to go. Please welcome my radio executive producer, a dear friend of mine, and the Twin Cities premier paranormal investigator, Dawn McClain, everyone. Welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you.
Yes.
We're going to talk about, I think we have a picture or something. The first thing is congratulations. Dawn was just featured in our local paper, the Star Tribune, because you have an event. Now, let's get people set up right away. The event is sadly sold out.
Sorry.
Because you're uber popular. But set me up here, set the folks up here. This is about the Lexington Restaurant, right?
Yes, the Lexington Restaurant in St. Paul. It began in 1935. It has a really long history. Not many owners, and throughout its history, they've had a lot of experiences there. So we were lucky enough to go in 3 years ago. So this is our third time at the Lexington to investigate paranormal activity there.
And you said a lot of stuff has happened there. A lot of stuff has happened there,
yes.
Meaning it used to be a place that wakes would happen.
Oh, yeah. People used to bring bodies in there into the restaurant and have a wake because it was their grandpa's favorite restaurant. So in the Williamsburg room, which is when you first go into the right, where the piano is, that lovely room back there.
It's one of the dining rooms.
That's where they would actually have wakes. So, a lot of spirits maybe just want to hang out there forever.
And I think people here, you've been there 3 times, and I wondered this. Is there a reason to go back 3 times?
Yes.
Do you get more connected each time you go back?
I think so, because we even ask them, like, do you remember us from last time? And our meters will go off. They'll answer us.
Well, before we hear the sod, when you say meters, in a very Reader's Digest version, how do you, when you go into the Lexington, how do you, and let's give them a shout out, the Twin Cities Paranormal Society.
Yes.
How do you guys communicate with the great beyond?
Okay, so it's through electromagnetic frequencies or fields. That's how we measure whether or not they're around us. So we have these, which is an Emf detector, and that pretty much measures how much electricity is around the area. And we will ask questions, and it will go up and down and respond.
Okay.
I think it's going off right now because there are a lot of cameras in here, so
yeah,
it's freaking out. I'll turn that off.
Or it's haunted by
right.
our old producer, Carl. Yes.
Yep, and then we have a REM pod here. This is an electromagnetic pod. It actually puts out EMF, and it also detects temperature. So when they're around, it will light up and go off. It has a little antenna on it, and it rarely happens. Trust me. Probably 1 out of 50 investigations this will go off. It went off twice at the Lexington.
And that's basically the version of a jackpot scenario at a slot machine.
Exactly. You're like, we're shocked when it goes off. So we have great video footage of that people will see when they come to the Lexington.
Yeah, okay, so let's get to the soundbite and talk about it on the other side.
Okay.
Set us up. What are we hearing and what are you doing in this clip?
Little confusing, but
yeah.
We also have something called a spirit box. This is a radio frequency. It scans radio stations very, very quickly, like 16 every second, okay? So what we do is we do something called the Estes Method, which the person listening to this has headphones in. They are blindfolded, and it's very loud, so they cannot hear when we ask questions or what we're asking. So we will ask questions, and then they will randomly respond. We had so many responses that were dead on. Sorry the term, that's a terrible pun.
No.
But
It's fantastic.
So we had it was just so weird. I've never had such response from that. And so we're going to play a clip of us asking questions. You will hear a girl responding. Her name is Jenny. She's great at it. She's on our team. So that's what we were doing with her. She was cut off from what we were asking.
Let's take a listen.
What message do you want us to tell people?
Am I dead?
Yes, you're dead.
It's not an answer.
Are you trapped here?
In the light?
The light? Do you see the light?
Can you ask?
Please let Marguerite go to the light. Open the door for her and let her go to the light. Is that what you want me to ask?
Go to the
Go to the light.
Freezer.
Go to the freezer.
What's in the
Yeah.
Okay, so just to reset that plate.
Sure.
There's no way, Jenny is her name, right?
Yes, yes.
Jenny on your team has basically headphones on.
Yes.
That's blocking out all sound from the room. So she can't hear you?
No.
So she has no idea what you are actually asking the ghost. So there's no way Jenny could be making that up.
No, Jenny can't hear us. She's blindfolded. She can't see us. So she is just hearing what will happen, because I do it a lot too. You will get responses. They will speak through these frequencies and they will say full phrases. It's incredible.
And that timing was pretty spot on.
Yep.
You would ask a question, Casper would answer.
Yes, you will see in that there is an edit, but I just edited out some silence for time. So
Okay.
don't think that we're messing with it in any way. That was in response to the question.
Is that exchange, that's not normal, right? You don't get them on a lot, do you?
I would say we get
That good?
Yeah, I mean, we will go for 45 minutes and get maybe a couple responses, or maybe none at all that makes sense. She was having full conversations with us.
Do we know who that was? Was it an employee? What was the guess?
Okay, so I have some abilities. So I got an image before I went to the Lexington of a woman named Marguerite. And so we were speaking to Marguerite, and she we said, "Is this Marguerite?" And everything went off. So we're like, okay, what I saw before I came here, I guess, was correct. She used to live upstairs, is what I saw in my mind's eye, when it was apartments. So the Lexington used to be a drugstore and apartments before it was the Lexington.
It's had an incredible history, and that's why there's so many stories coming from it. And we have more when Dawn, she's going to stick around. More when we come back. Back in a moment. That's crazy.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. Just in time for Halloween, a visit with our friend Dawn McClain, paranormal investigator, and a beloved member of our radio show, Jason and Alexis in the Morning. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, back to the paranormal investigation. Okay, so we're at the Lexington. Now, where are we?
Well, this is because of COVID, we haven't been able to go out to businesses and homes.
Yeah.
People will contact us and ask us to investigate their homes. So this is in Rush City, and this is similar to the session we had before. Except this is just one of our night vision cameras, and we usually just use them to monitor the room. So when we investigate and watch evidence back, you will have to watch 5 hours of a camera shooting at nothing. But this time I was freaking out because this was the camera that was assigned to me, and I got 81 responses off of this camera. Voices. It seems like one guy just talking to himself, and so we have a little bit of that.
He wasn't even talking to you?
I mean, no, he was reacting to what we were doing. He was laughing at us. He cussed at us. He tells us he's going to make us fall down the stairs. It almost sounds like he's talking to another spirit as well. So.
And this is a private residence.
It is. This is
the video you're
yep,
getting ready to
that's
see.
That's correct.
Okay, let's take a look.
Doesn't want to go upstairs. I was going to do a short session. You can make it on the back here or whatever. I'm going to bring this back up. Oh, yeah.
Okay. The loud exhale.
All right. Was
it that damn deer?
No, no.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, where are their vocal cords to do this? We don't understand it. We don't know why we can hear breathing. That happens a lot. It's like they're right up next to the camera. It's really odd.
I know because the Twin Cities Paranormal Society does this for free. They go into the places. So I don't want you to break any confidence, but did this family contacted you? Were they hearing these things? Are you allowed to say that?
Oh, sure, I can
Okay.
tell you because they've signed a release and
Oh, okay.
everything.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Thank you, people.
Yes, they have a man cave. That's actually their garage that they transformed into this bar where they watch football and have a great time. And the homeowner, she got scratched across the neck. It actually bled. They have a little bar sign that flipped over that said closed, and then they'll flip it over when people come over. That flipped over right in front of her. They each heard her name right between them, audibly, like they said, the spirit said her name. So I had an image of who this was before I went there, and I described it to them, and they were like, oh my gosh, that's Uncle Bobby. And I said, I see someone named Robert, you know, and so described what I saw, and it looked just like him. They showed me a picture. So
because again, just to reset this table, you mentioned it briefly, but not only are you a paranormal investigator, but you do have, what would you call it, Dawn?
I'm mediumship abilities.
Yeah.
But it's not all the time. I can't like turn it on and do a reading for someone.
No.
But, you know, I just want to make it clear also that we're a scientific group.
Yes.
And this is just something extra, but we always verify things through scientific methods.
Yeah. But you had the image of Uncle Bobby before you even talked to these people.
Yes, I didn't even know there was someone who passed, so they didn't know who it was. And then I said, oh, well, I saw this guy, I think I got the name Robert, and he looks like this. And they went, oh my gosh. They got out a photo album, and they're like, is it him? And I said, yeah. And they said, his name is Robert, and he passed away, and it's my uncle.
What's this, Dawn? Is this more of the house?
Oh yeah, this is so there's a flash of light that happens. Did you see it right there? Okay, that was not anything in our room. That was none of our meters or flashlights. You'll see the guy in the corner, his name is Thomas. He looks over, he's like, what is that? And then we have another bit of, you'll see a flash of light here that happens in the middle of the floor, I believe. Or just over to the side. Yep, that's the same footage. Yep.
Out.
So, you know.
No.
And there's a bathroom over in that corner, actually, where
that's where
people saw a shadow going by, and so that's where he hangs out upstairs.
Dawn knows how I feel about this. If I wouldn't even have to get to the point where I called Dawn, I would have called AAA movers. I would be like, I'd call U-Haul, I'd be gone. Like, no.
Yeah.
If Uncle Bob's screaming and exhaling to me, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm
he
out.
just, you know, he was just reacting to us, having fun.
Sure, Dawn.
He's a nice guy.
I'm sure he is. For more information on the Twin Cities Paranormal Society, head to tcpsmn.com. It's right there, .org rather. And if you want to follow Dawn McClain, just search for Dawn McClain on Instagram. And of course, you can listen to us weekday mornings, 6 to 9. Lord Jesus. 6 to 9 on My Talk 1071 and .com as well. We'll be back in a moment. Did that go off at all? Shoot.